Hi everybody, Christine Thayers, Caldwell Banker, coming to you for Secret Family Recipe number 4. I'm very excited this week. It's a special dedication to the Bocan family. This is the Bocan family: Joseph, Kathleen, Joe, Madeline, Jesse, Madeline's boyfriend, my son, and Bella. They put in a special request to have pizza. Now you may say pizza is just ordinary, but it isn't, right? As you know, there's always going to be a secret, and that the ingredients are extremely important. So I'm going to introduce you to the ingredients and tell you what it is that we're going to be making. We're going to be making the traditional, let's not call it margarita, because in reality, it's Sicilian. That's right. Extra virgin olive oil, key ingredient, right? Pizza dough. I have one laid out already, but I'm going to show you how to do this. This is from Franklin Lakes Pizza in Franklin Lakes. I suggest buying the pizza dough from a pizzeria because I've tried the others and they're sometimes like a disaster. So, and if you have a disaster and you poke a hole through, there's also a way of fixing that. So let me introduce you to the rest of the ingredients after our doughs. So for our margarita pizza, as usual, pomodoro pilati, right? And we immersion blender those in a bowl. Don't worry about the amount of ingredients. I'm going to share that with you Tuesday. I'm also going to be starting a Secret Family Recipe Facebook page so that you'll have all the old videos and the recipes. Cool, right? Locatelli grated cheese, freshly grated, fresh mozzarella cut into pieces, okay? Dry basil, as well as some fresh basil, rockstar, and so that, and salt and pepper, of course, would be your margarita or traditional Sicilian. Next, we're going to be doing a fig and prosciutto pizza. So for that, you're going to need fresh arugula, prosciutto di Parma, okay? Get thinly sliced and a good one. Alexa, lower the music. She doesn't listen to me. Can you ask him to lower that music? Mama Rose is here still. And, okay, where was I? So we're going to be using some goat cheese and some mozzarella. Now, the cheese is variable. You can do what you'd like. My mom loves gorgonzola, okay? She has been known to say, I'm on a gorgonzola kick. So we laugh about it. It's one of our jokes. Fresh sliced figs, salt, pepper, not so much salt really, but this is the creme de la creme, Nonna Pia's balsamic glaze, okay? Now, you could make your own, but why? She does a really good job. So, for some of those things, we don't bother. And again, the fresh basil. Lastly, it's going to be Mama Rose's special Sicilian secret recipe that her friends have wanted their entire life, and she hasn't been willing to share. All of a sudden, she is. She's feeling generous in COVID. Okay, so for that, we need sliced thinly onions. We need muddled anchovy. Again, don't turn your nose up. This is awesome. Okay? We're Mediterranean on one side, Adriatic on the other. We love seafood. Okay? And your EVOO in a saute pan. We'll put all of that together lastly because that's the special treat, right? So first I'm going to show you a little bit about how to get the dough. And here's our pizza dough, right? How to work this out. So I fold my thumb in. I start from the center. I usually look up at light so I can see when I'm getting too thin. Now don't think I have not torn through the dough. Start to whine. Call for Scott. Ask him to help me. Call my mother-in-law, who makes her own dough, and ask, how do I fix this? So it's a little bit of dough in your fingers, roll it out and put it in there, and then a little water on your fingers and you can fix a hole. But I have made some doozies. On an oiled tray, I am going to slap that dough down, okay? Nicely, extra virgin oil on that tray. I used a cookie sheet here. You can use our black pans. I don't have enough of them. They are like special treasure that we fight over. my sister and I am also going to drizzle a little olive oil on the top of that and get the crust nice and coated with it so that when it's cooked, it gives a crispy, delicious flavor, all right? Okay, Mom, I think you can start. She will start one part because there's 3 things going on here, and I want you to be able to enjoy all of them, and I'm holding on to you until then. So I have a medium to high heat on the extra virgin olive oil. You can come on in. Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. And when this gets nice and warm, she's going to be tossing in this nice sized onion, sliced onion, which she's going to tell me is too big, but I really tried. I really tried this time. And so she'll work with that. In the meantime, I'm going to continue on with the Sicilian pizza. Here's my tomato sauce, and it's just plain fresh tomato. It is not cooked. It is just plain. I'm going around the edges, right? Covering it all. And you don't have to put an excessive amount of anything. If you see your dough bubbling up because it's great and delicious dough, great. Don't pop it. Leave it nice and puffy. That air in the dough is what makes it crispy and light and delicious. Okay? So we've got that all spread out. I'm going to take my fresh mozzarella, and I'm not going to be symmetric about it and neat. I'm just going to toss it around so I cover this whole sheet. Okay? There we go.
Can I saute?
Sure. Watch your sleeves there. Maybe we should fold up those sleeves. We do a lot of laundry around here. Okay. Next, locatelli cheese, right? Grated, beautiful. Can you see what Mom is doing? Here she always asks for more olive oil. I've gone through many bottles of extra virgin olive oil since this whole little situation has begun. I've also grown into my bigger jeans, as you can imagine, right? I'm sure we are all suffering from that. Okay, next, dry basil, right? Which was fresh. I do my own. It's not a big deal to go ahead and do your own. And we spread that around, okay? A little salt and a little pepper. Now, I've said salt, but we use Red Cross. This is like from my growing up days. Red Cross is saltier and gives it a really nice flavor. So just be gentle and careful with it that it's not too heavy. Okay. And I'm going to, again, you can always add, you can't take away, so be careful with the salt. You can really ruin a recipe with that. And pepper. And this is fresh ground, a la Kirkland. Okay, and lastly, we're going to put some of our fresh basil, just because it's gorgeous and special, and I just use it so that it looks good, it smells good. Again, remember I said a little bit behind the ears? I meant it when I said that. Okay. Let's see if we have enough. Do we have enough, Mom? She doesn't like the basil on it. You like the fresh basil on it?
Smaller pieces.
Smaller piece. So big. Cut the leaf in half. She would probably chop them. You can do that if you'd like. I like the whole leaf, but I'm gonna cut them up a little bit in this. Okay, how's that onion going? All right, let's just, should we put a higher heat? No, we got nice high heat on that. She wants to really get them going. And you turn them. Okay. This is nearly done. Last thing, get a little pan like this and drizzle some of your extra virgin olive oil on there. And it's beautiful. Ready to go in. Can I put this in? Perfect. Okay, I think I'm going to take one of our other ones out of the oven at this moment. Okay, I'm not going to show it to you, it's a secret. Okay. Okay. Next, we're going to be doing our steak and prosciutto pizza, right? We begin We already have a coating of olive oil on there, and let's make sure, sorry Mom, let's make sure we brush the sides so that it tastes delicious on the edges, right? Okay. There we go. It's all in the ingredients, remember that. Okay, there's yours. Now I'm just going to take this arugula and toss it around. This pizza. Be free with it. I'm good with it. She likes the ends cut off. I just go with it. But because we're on camera, she's not telling me that. And you can go ahead and tell me anything you want. You need. This is front. That's the front. Okay. Okay. So we have our arugula spread there. Next, we're going to put our fig. Again, we are not all about neatness counts, so just make sure you spread it out as evenly as possible. It doesn't matter if it's not all symmetrical and perfect. I like to look at the fig, so I want this side if you have an end, because it's pretty. We don't want it to look like black olives. It's different, right? Okay. Approximately how much I have on there. Next, I'm going to use some goat cheese. Now the cheese. Mama Rose says she likes gorgonzola, but I'm using goat and mozzarella. All right.
It's a completely different flavor.
Completely different flavor. It is a completely different flavor.
It's a much more bland.
Bland, she said bland. But we like it, right?
I prefer gorgonzola.
Okay, she prefers the gorgonzola. So I put on some of that. You can see the dimension or amount.
Yes.
Put some over here, she said. And some over here. We don't have any over here. Okay, more of this, more of that. Can always add, can't take away, right?
Right.
So now mozzarella. I'm gonna make sure, I get to the edges because I want it to be delicious all the way to the crust. I don't want to cheat the crust. Now, here we go. Now I have the prosciutto nice and thin, imported prosciutto, okay? Paper thin. I kind of just tear off a piece. I don't want too big of a piece, so I'm...
No. Not big pieces.
Not big pieces. And we place them around. Again, it's not about neatness. It's about the look of it. Right, Mom?
Delicious. It looks unbelievable.
Okay. So we're doing prosciutto. Here and there. I think, is that good? Is that good? A little bit of anything, anywhere? Okay. I like a lot of it, well, I like it. Doesn't matter, it's up to you. Okay, now, again, this is the part she doesn't really agree with, but I do love a fresh basil as well. And if you don't have to. I love the way it tastes. And I think it adds such a really delicious flavor. And I am cutting it up into smaller pieces so that, it's not too much and too big and overwhelming, but really pretty. Okay, now here is the creme de la creme, the last. Woo! Balsamic glaze. Now we're kind of generous with this. I am putting it on like it was a hot fudge sundae. And it just, she's pointing to the edge, point to the edge. Gotta get the edge. Okay, more in the middle, more. She likes more. It is pretty awesome. Check it out. Woo! So pretty. Just take a picture, don't eat it. Okay, can we put this in? Yeah. Okay, we gotta put those anchovies in, I think. Soon, no? Okay. Okay, the pizza is in. We have 2 in and 1 to go. Get the surface ready. Switch out the ingredients. We really don't need too much for her recipe. Forget the burn things, let's just go. Put the anchovies in. Now, here's your muddle, right? We muddled them. And I'm gonna put those in the center. She's gonna toss those around the way that she likes to do it. Okay? You need some pepper.
Regular fork.
She likes a fork. A fork in the pan. Fork. Not the rubber spatula. Okay. We're gonna get her the last and final dough. We're reducing the heat. Okay. Oh, I was gonna put my apron on, but I forgot all about it. Anyway, I wore bright colors today because you know what? I decided it's not winter for me anymore. It's not even early spring. Nope, it's summer. I'm going with the summer, and that's it. I've just declared it's summer. Those look amazing. The smell of it, oh my gosh. I know you think it's like, ew. No, it's incredible flavor. Delicious. Don't forget burned onions. Let's just do it. Now, we are going to start with, I don't forget some of that, the spoon. Is this okay? I wonder if I have enough. I think I do. I'm just gonna get rid of the rubber spoon because she's gonna want the big spoon. Where is the big spoon, she would say. So, I have another dough, oiled, edges done, and I'm going to start spreading out sauce. She prefers a generous supply. I'm not sure if I have a generous supply. I think I need more. Let me get some more. Tomato. Now what do we do? It's kind of okay, but I'm gonna grab a little bit more tomato.
What are you putting in there?
I need more tomato. That's not it. Okay. So now, while my assistant gets me more tomato.
Guess who the assistant is? Yeah.
He's making a meat pizza outside.
On the grill.
On the grill, on a pizza stone, his way. And that's on behalf of his, like, you know, Montana genes. Montana roots. Roots.
Howard's has nothing on me.
Yeah. Okay, so he's opening up that can of pomodoro. So what I'm just gonna do, and I'll show you what I do. Just put it in here. Come on in. Give it to me. There we go. He says, I'll give it to you. Okay. Down and out. Hands in. I do it over the sink because over the sink makes it like, in case it splashes, a little safer. But this is just really actually better. Comes out more plump. She hates my stove. I do too. It's an electric. Anyway, so I'm gonna put a little bit more tomato in here. Wash my hands again. Okay. Take some of that tomato. Yeah, see the difference? It's like a tomato. It's not just juice. Not making a juice. Okay, that's good. Just needed a tiny bit more, but you don't like to scrimp
What is
either.
this for?
Now we're gonna put the breadcrumbs in. Okay, fresh ground breadcrumb. You might want to use that to spread them in.
No,
No,
floppy.
too floppy. Okay, absolutely not. Okay, so once we get that spread in, I'll help you. I'm gonna use the floppy. Do you need more oil? Maybe a little bit more oil. They might be a little dry. So you can actually just add oil if you need to. Good? Okay.
That doesn't get it through. That's no good.
What? Oh, this. It doesn't get it through. So what she's saying is a spatula doesn't like blend it. The
Right.
fork does.
Right.
So don't buy expensive pans. She's been using the same pans for, I don't know, older than me. Okay, should we spread it on? Would you like the spoon? Would you like the spoon?
Big one.
The big one. Okay, sorry about that. Phone call interruption. Okay, here we go.
Life of realtor.
Okay, so, can we put it on, please? Can we put it on?
Yeah,
Okay.
where are the children?
They're in there. You put it in. Okay, so we're just spreading this on lightly.
Have some sauce to put on top, right? A little bit?
I have more sauce, yes. She likes a little bit more sauce on top because she felt like the one that I did was a little dry. So, I'm gonna make sure that I have enough. Okay, and especially where that dough is bubbling, it kind of like pulls a lot of it. Okay. There, even if it's not perfect. Okay. We needed a little bit more sauce. Yeah?
Yeah.
Somewhere here, maybe. Not everywhere. I don't want to saturate it, but you also don't want it to be dry when you taste it. And it shouldn't be, but you know, just to be certain. Okay, so there, that's it. This is the one, this is the bomb.com. Okay, we're not gonna put that in the oven yet, we don't have time, but I'm going to show you what that looks like when it's done. Woo! Forget about it. Really good. Okay, here's your completed fig and prosciutto. All right, and here is your Sicilian. Woo! Okay, really good. Not a singer, but you tolerate it. Anyway, here we go. She's an 11. I'm a 7. Here you go. Thank you for joining us for Secret Family Recipe episode number 4. Salute. Christine Thayer's There's No Place Like Home. See ya.